My pants are down. That could only mean it's time for
The Notseen Ninja Bathroom Book Club.
That It Is. And this week, I read The Collapsing Empire by John Scalzi, read by Wil Wheaton. My thoughts. It was good. That's it. It was good. I was expecting a lot more from this book. It being John Scalzi, the narration was really good, but the book itself, I found it to be more of a political drama over a space opera. So it was not what I was expecting at all. It was more, how can we screw over this person by doing this, and screw over this group of people by doing that. It was just, it showed humans in a very petty light, which is true, but you would think when we can now travel to other worlds and we have the flow, which is like wormholes that bring us other places, that we would kind of curb that a little. I don't know. I found it to be very political. That's all it was about. The entire book. We were introduced to so many characters, and basically all of them were important senators or higher-ups in different factions, and this is how we're going to try and screw them while they're trying to screw us. And that was the entire book. I was not impressed. I've come to expect so much from John Scalzi, maybe that's what it is, that something like this to me is a big miss. Even though on Audible it's getting a 4.5, on Goodreads it's getting a 4.19. I just don't agree with most of those ratings. I found it to be very forgettable. You didn't care about anybody. You didn't care about the main characters or the side characters or anybody. Everybody was just in it for the moment, in it for themselves, and didn't really matter. Whenever it switched scenes, it was like, I don't care who we're talking about now. Who's this person trying to screw over? That's all I was thinking is, okay, which one is this? Which one of the screw over people is this one? Is this someone getting screwed, or is this someone doing the screwing, or that's the plot twist? And I just did not like this book, unfortunately. A rare miss by John Scalzi, since I loved Agent of the Stars, I loved Red Shirts, I loved Old Man's War, I loved Locked In, I loved a lot of his books, and so this to me was just not up to John Scalzi par. It's unfortunate, but that was the case. But where am I going next week? Or this week? I don't know how stuff works. This coming week, and it's on sale in all digital forms for $1.99 by the author Rob Reed. This is called Year Zero. He was just on Twit this last week, and in celebration for that, all of the digital copies are down to $1.99 for the next week, so for another 4 or 5 days, depending on how long they end up leaving it up. And this book has promise. This one's, it's authored by Ron Reed. John Hodgman is the narrator. And it's a longer description, so I'm going to talk really fast. An alien advance party was suddenly nosing around my planet. Worse, they were lawyering up. In this hilarious tradition of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Rob Reed takes you on a headlong journey through the outer reaches of the universe and the inner workings of our absurdly dysfunctional music industry. Low-level entertainment Nick Carter thinks it's a prank, not an alien encounter, when a red-headed mullah and a curvaceous nun show up at his office. But Frampton and Carly are highly advanced, bumbling extraterrestrials, and boy, do they have news. The entire cosmos, they tell him, has been hopelessly hooked on humanity's music ever since Year Zero, 1977 to us, when American pop songs first reach alien ears. This addiction has driven a vast intergalactic society to commit the biggest copyright violations since the Big Bang. The resulting fines and penalties have bankrupted the whole universe. We humans suddenly own everything, and the aliens are not amused. Nick Carter has just been tapped to clean up this mess before things get ugly, and he's an unlikely galaxy-hopping hero. He's scared of heights. He's also about to be fired, and he happens to have the same name as a Backstreet Boy. But he does know a thing or two about copyright law, and he's packing a couple other pencil-pushing superpowers that could come in handy. Soon, he's on the run from a sinister parrot and a highly combustible vacuum cleaner, with Carly and Frampton as his guides. Nick now has 48 hours to save humanity, while hopefully wowing the hot girl who lives down the hall from him. This is all about the copyright laws when it comes to music, Napster, people getting hit with huge fines up to $150,000 per downloaded thing. This should be interesting. It's getting a 4.2 and a 3.6 respectively on Audible and Goodreads. But I love the author as a tech journalist, Rob Reed, which is why he was on the Twit Network, This Week in Tech. And I'm very interested in this one. Hopefully it does better than The Collapsing Empire. I keep coming in with high hopes. We'll see what happens. See y'all next week from a different bathroom, because I'll be in Calgary. Or Calgary as they pronounce it. See y'all in a week.